Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the internet where your cesspool is my jacuzzi. If you're here, you probably know I've been following the Clayton Echard Laura Owens paternity scandal case. I got an email with one of the court's public information officers this morning with some exciting news. I had put in a camera request with the court to try to live stream the trial to my YouTube channel. This morning, I got word that the judge's staff has granted my camera request, which means I will be live streaming the Clayton Echard Laura Owens paternity scandal trial on my YouTube channel from inside the courthouse. You'll be able to watch everything as it's happening, and that's going to be free and open to everyone. You guys will be able to come here to my channel the morning of the trial. You can chat with each other while you watch. Unfortunately, I won't be doing any commentary. The whole reason I was taking this trip is because I really want to be inside the courtroom to show support for Clayton Echard. Now I get to help reach as many people as we can to hear his story, the other victim stories, and hear Laura Owens' side of it too. Some people have had questions about how that happened. I went to the court's website, did some digging into the policies. I submitted a camera request, and then once you submit that request, they forward it to the judge's staff, and they make a decision, then they get back to you. I'll of course have all of that recorded as well, so I can distribute it afterwards to any creators who want to use that footage to do commentary or make their own kind of content. I look forward to seeing some of you there, and I'm excited to see how this all turns out. Now, for those of us who are going to be at the courthouse, remember, even though we don't disagree with what Laura Owens has done, you need to leave her alone. No heckling, definitely no harassing, just let her be. She has the right to tell her side in court, no matter how unbelievable it is. She has that right, and nobody should be heckling her. Speaking of hecklers, I finally attracted my first troll, I guess. This happened on last night's live stream where I was reading the email I got from someone pretending to be Laura Owens' ex-boyfriend. Now, the user who initially contacted me pretending to be the ex-boyfriend has been shadow banned from my channel, which means none of us can see their comments. So I believe that this person who is now harassing me is the same person, just from different alts. I gotta say though, you gotta have a pretty sad existence to pay me money just to call me a liar or try to make me feel bad. Like, I always appreciate everyone's generosity when they become a member of my channel or donate to my channel, but when somebody pays money just to leave a rude comment, that's just stupid. I mean, you could do that for free. I'll probably just ban you, but you could do it for free. If some troll wants to keep giving me their money just to get my attention, fine, whatever. Sorry, this is kind of sus. You won't show it, but you'll claim it's Laura. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you can leave. That's fine. I also think you accidentally paid me twice, and I'm not gonna do anything about that because you're being a dick. Main character syndrome is contagious. Oh, is my main character syndrome rubbing off on you? I'm fucking sorry. But if you want to pay me money to insult me, that's fine. I'll take your money and I'll wipe my tears with it. So I don't care. I'll probably wipe my ass with it too, honestly. For those of you who don't know, the email I got from someone pretending to be Laura's ex-boyfriend named Tag, I believe that to be either Laura or someone close to Laura who's trying to bait the media or YouTubers into doing or saying something wrong so they can point to it and say, gotcha. Now, I'm going to recap that email for you right now, since I did a live stream last night, but that's kind of long and drawn out because I like to stop and talk to everybody, and I know everyone doesn't have time to listen to that. I believe the same person who emailed me pretending to be Laura Owens' ex-boyfriend named Tag, who may or may not be a real person, probably not, is the same person trolling me now from a bunch of different alt accounts. But I can't really say that for sure. And I'm not going to expose, like, the account that they first contacted me on before emailing me claiming to be Tag. I'm gonna read you the email, but I'm not gonna share it on screen for a couple different reasons. Number one, I saw that this person on the account that they had initially contacted me from, they were trolling in another streamer's live yesterday. So I know they're still around. I don't want people reading what they sent me and then comparing the writing between users and that email, trying to figure out which user is this alleged Tag person. All right, I don't want a witch hunt. I don't want this person harassed. So I don't want anyone looking into which, YouTube account is Tag's. I know some people will be bothered by that. They'll call me a liar, whatever. That's fine. You don't have to be here. But Dave, Megan, Bruce, Brad, they've all been forwarded this email. So they have the direct source from where I first got it from. So it has been verified by multiple people. So if you don't believe me, you can go ask them, or you can fuck off. For a little bit of context, I received this email the night that I did a live stream reading Laura's latest blog post on her lawyer's website. In that blog post, she was alluding to overt suicidality and some seriously crippling mental health problems, and it seemed very manipulative. It did not really add up to a lot of what she said and done. It didn't add up with what she was doing publicly, like traveling to go to horse competitions, yet she's writing about how she's so depressed she can't eat or like get up and do stuff because there's no purpose. It also omitted a lot of information, a lot of important information that changes the whole story. And in this case, I believe she was trying to use mental health problems to guilt people into not talking about all the awful things she's done. Bear in mind, this person took multiple steps to try to cover their tracks. They first contacted me in a YouTube comment, then through Venmo, and then through a comment on Venmo, they asked me to email them. But I got this email shortly after that live stream, and it seems to be another attempt at manipulation. Pay close attention to the difference in tone between tag emailing me and tag emailing Megan Fox. And there are also overt lies in the email to me and the emails to Megan. This person never got in touch with Dave, as they claimed to me, and they were never in contact with the victims and their lawyers, as he claimed to Megan. This person stopped responding when each of us made it clear we wanted proof of identity. And I never would have shared this stuff if there was a shred of doubt in my mind, but I can confidently say that this did not come from some dude named Tag who's Laura Owens' ex-boyfriend, unless he's just lying left and right, throwing Hail Marys, trying to get some sort of weird outcome here. I think Tag is about as real as Laura Owens seeing Dr. Higley last Friday. But let's read his email anyways. Lauren, thank you for responding. The money was the least I could do. You are bringing a perspective and a consciousness to this story that no one else is. I want and expect that you will take what I'm going to tell you with a grain of salt until I can provide you some additional provenance. But if you were ever curious as to who the 2015 Gap in Laura Owens' dating history is, that would be me. There is a lot going on in the case, and I'm only very tangentially involved, and I want to be very clear that I do not and will not ever consider myself to be a victim, even though she did attempt some similar tactics on me during our brief relationship. The difference between myself and the others that are involved is something that you and I share. We both work in a healthcare setting. I am a PA working in a major trauma center, and on our flight team, I work side by side with very caring behavioral health coordinators such as yourself all day long. I met Laura soon after I discharged from the United States Air Force, where I served as a Special Forces Combat Rescue Team Leader, aka a PJ. Again, plenty of receipts on this to follow. There were no receipts, guys. There are some things I can talk with you about one-on-one related to Laura, and some topics I cannot. The shitty reality of my situation is that I entered her life as someone she dated, but I exited as a healthcare provider, someone who had to provide on-scene, life-saving care and seek additional emergent and behavioral health support, very much to the consternation of her parents, who are both absolutely insane. Laura's statement today, in my opinion, is a massive red flag. I wanted to reach out to you because I am very worried about Laura's psychiatric history, her multiple past attempts at self-harm, and have been gravely concerned about the very intense way that Dave Neal and Megan Fox have ratcheted up the pressure. I have been in very brief contact with them both about this topic over the last few months, and my concerns fell on deaf ears. While Megan was non-committal, she was at least a bit more humane and understanding. Dave is an absolute no-talent ass clown. He's a journalist, not a victim of Laura, he's not funny, and he's just here to cash in, full stop. If she dies, he has no idea the special hell that awaits him. That line right there is like one of the most manipulative things about this email. The guy fucked around and found out and almost got sued. That's not victimhood. He could be the reason she is driven to the end, though. Like, that entire paragraph is just like, read the room, bro. Because these are people that I like. If you want someone to respond to that in the way that you're trying to bait them to, then you're going to find someone, or you're going to need to find someone that doesn't like them. I would have hoped or thought that in Clayton's mental health journey that he would have recognized what is happening to her by now. It's unfortunate that so much of this is tied to money and that he feels the need to pursue this solely to reclaim his reputation for the purpose of cashing in on his fame. It's pretty sad. Now, that was one of the worst things in this email, I think, because if Clayton has a, protective order against him, one that, should never have been granted, in my opinion, then he has every right to try to clear his reputation, and it might have nothing to do with money or fame, you know what I mean? Because if you have that on your record, that can prevent you from getting certain jobs and stuff. And also, people can look that up, and they can make whatever kind of claims about you based on it. That, to me, kind of felt like a dead giveaway. And that's why I think this person is Laura Owens, or someone in her camp. That and the Chase J. Jones method. Lauren, all I would ask is that you continue to view Laura as a human being. Someone who probably isn't in full control of her actions. Someone that, while divisive and acting horrible, is really just someone who needs serious inpatient help and eventually forgiveness. You seem like an absolutely amazing person. Someone I want to cook for and tell horribly gross jokes to while your partner helps me embarrass you. We don't want to see how this ends. I promise you, I've been there. The guilt, it never goes away. I definitely view her as a human being, but I don't think that's an excuse for what she's done, and I definitely think she should still face the consequences for it. Also, it seems like this person was really trying to, like, get on my good side or, like, say what they thought I would want to hear just to convince me that what they're saying is true. And then also, at the end of that paragraph, tries to guilt me by saying, we don't want to find out how this ends. Okay, back to the email. I'm not begging you to stop covering the story. I'm asking you to bring a human approach, to use your skills, and to remind people that all of us are a little out of balance. Yes, Laura needs to be held accountable, no question. I am utterly destroyed I didn't stop this madness, but her jury and executioner are not Megan Fox and a vindictive Hollywood failure. Thanks for considering my words. Please don't chase the money tail and put me on your channel. I'm not worth it. With love, Tag. My name. I have to do that or a lot of people think I'm literally playing tag. My parents didn't like me from day one. Oh well. Now right away I thought this person was telling the truth, so I wrote back with a really, like, empathetic or thoughtful response, and I actually felt really bad. I was like, what if I was wrong? What if I should apologize and say I've changed my mind? But I'm glad that I didn't, because that bullshit unraveled really fast. There's no way that this is who they say they are. And that's why I was comfortable sharing what happened, what I received. Because yeah, if I thought there was any chance this person was real, I would have kept that to myself. But there's not. And now that person seems to be harassing me from a bunch of different alts. Not that that really bothers me. I mean, again, if somebody's paying money to say unpleasant things to me, you've got a sad existence, and I'll take your money. So you guys can take that and draw your own conclusions as to who you think that was. But in the first paragraph of my response, I made it clear that I wanted proof of identity, and so I never heard back. That person quickly deleted the email accounts used to email me and Megan, and they also deleted or blocked me on Venmo. I don't know if they had deleted or blocked me on YouTube or whatever, because I hid their comments, so I couldn't see their stuff even if they did comment, and neither could any of you. I have shown that email to everyone I feel needs to see it. So if people are upset that I'm not putting it on the screen, then maybe I'm just not for you, you know? And that's okay. But I don't want this person receiving any harassment, regardless of what they might be doing to me. That's all for now. I'll be seeing you guys soon.